Why do Dior and Chanel employees celebrate the 25th of November wearing hats like this? The 25th of November is actually the day of Saint Catherine, the patron saint of unmarried women. Starting in the Middle Ages and for several centuries thereafter, it became tradition in France for the day to be marked with festivities and parades, of which young, unwed women were the protagonists. Often, they would wear fanciful hats to signal their celibacy to potential suitors. Unwed women who had reached the fateful age of 25, however, would gather for mass around the statue of Saint Catherine and place a hat upon the saint's head. This gesture was known as coiffer Sainte Catherine, or capping Saint Catherine, and marked the passage from marriageable girl to old maid. So the whole hats thing is maybe making a bit more sense, but what does any of this have to do with French couture? Well, in fact, Saint Catherine is also the patron saint of seamstresses and dressmakers, and it is this aspect of the saint that has been most revered in France since the 19th century. Around that time, it became customary for Parisian fashion houses to give their Catherinettes, unwed female employees aged 25, a rare opportunity to meet their bosses before getting the rest of the day off to take part in festivities. As tradition dictated, the Catherinettes would adorn their heads with fanciful hats, often representing either their specific trade or the couture house they belonged to. Unwed male employees, for their part, adopted a parallel tradition on December 6th, the day of Saint Nicholas. But, unlike their female colleagues, their crowning as Nicolas didn't occur until their 30th birthday. Nowadays, there are many French fashion houses that still celebrate the 25th of November, like Chanel, Dior, Hermès, and Louis Vuitton. Among their employees, those lucky enough to be aged 25 are invited to attend special celebrations at Paris City Hall, where, you guessed it, they get to parade around in fancy hats. In 2023, the Federation of Haute Couture and Fashion decided to lift the requirement that attendees be unwed, and it lowered the age for Nicolas to 25 so that both men and women would be the same age.